Good evening, folks. It's 2022, or 22 minutes after 8 o'clock at night, on the 5th month, 9th day, 2025. And I gotta say, to see this out my window this morning, it's sunrise. It shows an absolute crime scene. I've been absolutely distraught over this all day. Yes, yes, sink the boat on purpose. Uh, some of the stuff that I've seen in the sky today itself. I took this images earlier. I'll show you some of what pictures I took, and then I want to show you the map. I want to show you what I see when I look at the whole world. This was our day. You guys started with this. It was absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I focus. You see the checkerboard square. You see crisscross lines. Like every flight in the world came over the top of it. So I did a count of 38 individual chemtrails from start to finish, or going across my horizon to horizon today, across Liverpool, England, where I'm at. And how could you sit silent, watching this go on? Watching the proposal of blocking sunlight, like this tree here, doesn't need this in the springtime. Like it won't bear fruits for birds and squirrels. And how dare us block sunlight? How dare us propose such a thing? So I want to show you a few things about litigation of chemtrails. I want to show you a look at the map. I only couldn't think of anything else to do. I really didn't. I'm going to pull up the Geoengineering Governance document, CIGI 111, from the Center of International Governance Innovation. You'll come up with this document, which I'm very, very happy to provide a link for, which allows me to see if this is running or not. How can I sit idly by when I see that? I just cannot. I cannot be silent, never will be silent. And when this has been litigated, and I've been pointing this out since 2016, it's a long time going over this document. But the most damning part of it, besides Mr. Burns wants to block the sun, excellent. Well, they do want to block the sun. What do you think trying to send sunlight into space is? It's blocking it. Oh, it's reflecting it. You want to go? They want to reflect sunlight away. If you want to get more accurate, and I get fact checked away. Well, we can call it what we want. Blocking sunlight, changing the albedo. But you go right over here to page 13, and you get the most damning of all. Where do I ever see, they always say cloud seeding, silver iodide, silver iodide, silver iodide. You know what? I don't see that listed here. I see direct injection of sulfuric acid being proposed. We're not talking even the precursors of sulfuric acid, which is the ingredients to make the acid itself. Sunlight, water, in sky, this wide open, and you add sulfuric powders to it of the element. Water droplets. What do you get? Acid rain, which we determined to be a bad thing in the 70s. And here's what's really damning, where it says the potential delivery vehicles for sulfur dioxide injection include aircraft, artillery shells, stratospheric balloons. We're not talking the troposphere where your cloud seeding Cessna planes are flying. Hoses suspended from towers. Excuse me, between the pollen and the chem today, stratospheric balloons. Where does it say here? There's another chemical that gets brought up. And I have got to say, when we say injecting preformed particles, we call it chemicals and chemtrails. We mean it. Which one do they want here? Oh, let's just suggest titanium oxide. Would you like that in the presence of water in certain quantities? That's highly carcinogenic, according to safety sheets and OSHA, Occupational Hazard Administration, whatever that Donald Trump might rename it this time. I don't care. All I know is it's not right to have that. And when you see this listed here, you don't tell me it ain't real, that it ain't going on. Have you played sulfur dioxide or another gas? We ain't talking farts, cow farts. Nah. in the stratosphere to form sulfate aerosols. And those will be a bit frozen in crystal form. They don't point that out. Or direct injection of sulfuric acid. Direct injection of sulfuric acid. See that? Don't tell me this ain't going on. You guys are watching fish going up on shore. We got cloud brightening suggested. Where is space-based systems? Oh, this was a funny one. This was a suggestion of 55,000 mirrors in random orbits, like random will do it, to create a ring of dust particles guided by satellites. Guided by satellites. That's EMF, moving particles. 55,000 mirrors. If one of them breaks, who gets the bad luck? The planet? Nobody knows the troubles we're going to see. Carbon sequestering, where you always hear carbon credits, carbon credits, carbon credits. There's a lot of money invested in this. A lot of money's invested in this one. This is like, they're cutting down forests and burying them in the name of this part of this program. I kid you not. There's that guy called Dara. So many of these people are from Harvard. Sunshades for solar radiation. Some of these you got to read too on these bottom lines. Don't forget to read these things here. They're important. But this is another one where you're seeing a lot of algae blooms. Ocean iron fertilization. Okay, this is another big one. Phytoplankton account for less than 1% of the photosynthesis biomix at a proportion of particulate organic matter. But you remember, the ocean is big. Sequestering carbon. You hear this all the time. Well, we're a carbon-based life form. What are they going to do? Offer us a pit to jump in to offset the carbon of the rest of our family? You bad son, you go. You go fire. This is bullshit. Carbon dioxide as a molecule won't hold heat long enough to affect such changes as they're even insinuating. This is an indecent proposal, absolutely indecent proposal, spraying acids in my sky. Acids in my sky. See it? You want it any more plainly than this? Ultimately react chemically to create sulfate aerosols. How about this one here? Potential delivery vehicles. You want to see what they do? They do this. What I was showing you. I'll close that one down. I'm going to go right to the map because this is damning as hell. This is anywhere in the world right now. This is Oxford, Birmingham, and Atlanta, Georgia, U.S. of A. Orlando, Florida, looking towards the Gulf of America. I don't want to get arrested for not calling it that. You please forgive me, Donald Trump, if I forget that it was called the Gulf of Mexico when I went to school, where I pledged of allegiance. Look at the squareness to this edge here. This is Florida. We're supposed to be on the 1st of July. Illegal to spray anything over the top of them of a geoengineering type nature without a permit in advance. Remember that. Fine would be $5,000 for leaving that trail. If it destroyed everybody's crops, they'll make more than that off it. I don't see... how do you stop here from going there? That fart's going to go out in the Atlantic. Might be over my house in 4 days. And they're setting up some big rains here is why I was looking at this area. I keep an eye on my North Carolina. I love this, my old North State here. Look at this. Over in the Gulf Stream waters. This land was not made for you and me. We got to get that attitude out of our heads. This land is her land. This land ain't my land. I belong to the land. From these beautiful mountains to the redwood forest that they burn down with laser beam precision. These chemtrails did not come from you and me. Look at this shit. California, no doubt about it, you got sprayed. California, you can burn me. It's a fire. Shall we look? Will it load? Why not? It's part of geoengineering. It's getting particles in the air, burning out. So, yep. Well, let's see if we can see any data. That's only a couple dots. It's indefinitive. This is where I get my fire data, where I can have a look. You see what's going on? Like Marvin. Look what's going on. This is the day before. This is the 8th. This is actually the less complete family picture of all of us in the world have. And you go over here, Mr. Squiggles has been busy. Look at that. Is that a naturally occurring cloud formation, do you think? If you think that, I say you're out of your mind. Yep. There's Washington, D.C. over here. Yep, right here. And Mr. Squiggles is here. It ain't far away from the White House, that. Far from the golf course, I imagine. Far from the golf course. If you looked over the UK, it was an absolute crime. See, old middle of nowhere. I have some cam. But if these clouds have high up stuff in the atmosphere like here, and the winds is blowing and falling out on top of these planes, then the planes are just condensating the preformed particles that were put in the sky by geoengineers. You ever feel like you're being told a half-truth sometimes? Yeah, it happens a lot. Now, this is today. This was the scandalous skies over me. And it was scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. All the way across the Irish Sea. From Skerries and Duncanbamia over there. We got over here in Wales, over Holyhead, came over in Abergate, chemtrails over Blackpool, chemtrails all up and down the coast. And chemtrails to greet the new Pope even. What will I show you? Look at the chemtrails here over that are doing the crossing of the North Sea. Yep. There's the Hague. Boom, boom, plums. Mighty odd-looking clouds there, ain't they? Geoengineering is a problem that is not caused by us. We are not changing the climate by our actions or our driving in the cars or our farts. No, a bunch of old farts want money or change it by spraying us like bugs, because they'll make money off the illnesses. They'll make money off destroyed crops if they bought futures of that particular kind of crop, like wheat futures, orange futures. If you think that's normal, chemtrail that looks like a plane, or this bomb over here, would you say there's a device streaming out from this point? That was a radio signal. You would know where the person was standing, wouldn't you, when they were broadcasting? Start triangulating things. And hi, welcome to Rome. The day that Robert became Leo. Arrest a paddles. He covered him up in Chicago. Progressive breeze. Can bomb and all for you. This is the big one, honey. They want Earth to come and join you, I think. Look at this over Albania and shit. Oh my God, the streamers of death today, May 9th. Not quite the Ides there. Oh, Plovdiv. Plovdiv. That sounds cool to say. Where are you from, Plovdiv? Zimbabwe. Yes, it's just that you think you're the only one sprayed. You think there's a country in this world that's safe from this. You think you can hide in Ecuador and get away with it? You can't. You think you can go to Anatolia? The rose of Anatolia is being destroyed. Look at the different colors of this mix. I'd say some of that Saharan sand is mixing in with some of this here. Did they have a sandstorm? Yeah, big old shark of that being generated by winds. Hey, how many clouds you got over a desert that's supposed to be dry? This is derping weather, man. Look at this, like the face of Pink Floyd. We people need re-education. Turn off your phone and leave your homes. Look up at the sky, you'll see the problem. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. All in all, it's just another bitch being hoed. Look at this over here. Off the coast of Australia. Not much sunshine for the Sunshine Coast. Smashed. Absolutely smashed. You ought to see Tassie. Tassie was absolutely the worst. Look at the chemtrails over Tassie. They bend loam that day. Look at all the EMF. New Zealand. Where are you? I can't tell. Hey, the land of the long-ass chemtrail. There's where the two fronts met. That's where the cold met the hot. The bay of plenty of chem. Triangular vad-shaped clouds. Totally smashed out sphincter. Off the coast, heavy EMF in this one spot where the scalar square is. I'd say you have a device out there. A ship, perhaps. This is disgusting. So what does it look like the day before to set the storms up? Look at the beautiful color to the water. Isn't that nice to see? This ain't so nice. Oh yeah, there's the setup. All the edge seers all fed to come see you. If there's a volcano or something going off up here, there's a lot of sulfur in the plumes here. We got something to wonder about. When I see that color, it's usually indicative of a sulfur release. It's just indicative. Smashatives. Look at the square edges to this off the coast. It's like a demon cloud. What the hell's going on? Big chemtrail went all the way from here to here. Yeah, this is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. It's a chem-bomb fucking world right now. I'm going to turn some of this fire data off before you start scrolling and looking at it. I was just curious. Look at this big plume of sand on its way across the Atlantic. That's a big batch, isn't it? That's a sandbox full. They're blaming cows. Get out of here. You people start using your fucking heads. Well, you're going to wake up dead one day. Any of these people in South America think they're all so immune to it. Get out of here. You're smashed all the time. Because what's done out here comes over to see you. You get some of Donald Trump's remainders of his past gases from the Geoengineering program that obviously hasn't ended in the States. Because I just showed it to you. That's a lot of sand in the sky. That'll be coming from the Sahara. That'll be from last week's sand. Takes about 5 days to get that far to the Yucatan Peninsula. About 5 days. All the way across the whole world. Totally smashed. Scalar square in the middle of the Pacific. Chem everywhere. Nowhere is immune. Nowhere is my big blue marble big and blue anymore. Everywhere has been geoengineered. There is not 1 square inch of natural weather existing in a natural atmosphere that hasn't been influenced by this program. We don't have the data from there yet. And as I look back at my day, and I see what I've had to contend with, from the beautiful Emerald Isle all the way over to beautiful England, smashed, chemmed, sprayed, fumigated, while it's litigated, while they want to say they can do this to us. With aircraft, artillery shells, stratospheric balloons, and hoses suspended from towers. While they say they can do that, I see this. Since when did they get permission? When are you going to go into self-defense mode? Join us in Hyde Park on the 21st of the coming month of June on the longest day of the year. See it, Speaker's Corner. It's time to use our voices before they are silenced in our throats by the very chemicals choking out this planet, choking out these trees with no sunlight to eat, choking out all sorts of life in the soils with heavy metals that have no business being proposed, being done, and being litigated in advance of permission. I do not consent to geoengineering. Do you?